criminal laws abolished, criminal law gets President's assent, IPC CRPC will now be replaced by BNS and BNSS. Supreme Court comments on dowry harassment law, interpretation of Section 498A of IPC, disorderly conduct of in-laws will not be involved in cruelty. New bacteria discovered in West Bengal. Pantoea Tagorei was named. This bacterium is helpful in agriculture sector. 204 tigers died in India in 2023. WPSI released the report. Maharashtra has the highest number of tigers' deaths. And Namdafa squirrel appeared after 42 years. It was found in Arunachal Pradesh. Last time it was seen in the year 1981. Recently, President Draupadi Murmu has approved 3 new criminal code bills. These new laws are the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, and the Bharatiya Sakshya Act. These laws have replaced the Indian Penal Code, the Code of Criminal Procedure, and the Indian Evidence Act of 1872 respectively. Talking about BNS, that is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, 21 new crimes have been included in this law. Also, the punishment period for 41 offences has been extended. Apart from this, terrorism and terrorist activities have been defined for the first time. The Section 113 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita mentions terrorism. It says whoever acts with intent to threaten the unity, integrity and security of India, threaten the general public or a section thereof and disturb public order will be considered as a terrorist act. Whereas the section of sedition in the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita has been completely removed and replaced. At the same time, under this law, the police will have to register an FIR within 3 days of the complaint. Apart from this, it will be mandatory to send the medical examination report of the rape victim directly to the police station and court within 7 days. Further, the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita 2023 provides for the procedure for arrest, prosecution and bail. The law mandates forensic examination for offences punishable by 7 years or more. Along with this, the Bharatiya Sakshya Act 2023 includes provisions related to the admissibility of evidences in the courts of the country. According to the new law, electronic or digital record will be admissible as evidence. Digital evidence will be as legally effective as paper documents. Recently, the Post Office Bill 2023 has been introduced in the Lok Sabha. The bill seeks to repeal the Indian Post Office Act 1898, which has been in existence for 125 years. The Act regulates India Post, a departmental undertaking of the central government. This bill of 2023 will empower the centre to intercept, open or detain any item and hand it over to the customs authorities in the interest of emergency or public safety. Authorities will be able to do this when the law is violated. The provision also allows postal officers to hand over postal articles to custom officers who they suspect contained a prohibited item or if there is an item on which duty can be levied. The bill exempts the post office and its officer from any liability on account of any loss, wrong delivery, delay, damage to goods in the course of any service rendered by a post office, except for such liability as may be prescribed. Let us inform you that this bill will be abolishing all the charges and penalties under the Act of 1898. This includes offences committed by post office officials. Other crimes such as misconduct, fraud and theft will be completely removed. If any person refuses to pay the fee for availing the service provided by the post office, such amount will be recoverable. Section 4 of the 1898 Act has also been removed through this bill, which provided the centre with the exclusive privilege of sending all letters by post. However, the courier services are defying the 1898 Act by calling their couriers only documents and parcels instead of letters. The bill regulates private courier services by bringing them under its purview for the first time. In its recent decision, the Supreme Court has mentioned Section 498A of the Indian Penal Code. under which it was pointed out that an inconsistent example of bad behavior cannot be classified as harassment or cruelty for dowry. Talking about Section 498A, it was included in the Indian Penal Code in 1983. Significantly, this section explains cruelty to a woman by her husband for dowry. It is a criminal law. The section also provides for punishment for cruelty for dowry, which includes the provision of imprisonment up to 3 years and fine for the guilty. Let us tell you that this section is cognizable and non-bailable, means there will be no bail in it. Also, the police can arrest the person without a warrant. This law not only provides protection in dowry-related cases, but also protects against cruelty. Section 79 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which became a recent law, defines crime-related dowry, cruelty and death. However, there has been no change in this section. Let us tell you that many legal provisions have been made for dowry and crimes caused by it, which includes laws like Dowry Prohibition Act 1961, Domestic Violence Act 2005. Recently, it was urged to expedite measures to build a new dam on Mula Perar. In this meeting, the Ministry of Water Resources has expressed concern about the age of the Mula Perar Dam, about the people living around it. Along with this, it has been suggested to decommission the old dam and replace it with new one. Kerala has committed to supply water to Tamil Nadu under the Mula Perar Agreement. This agreement was signed in the year 1886 between the Maharaja of Travancore and the Indian Secretary of State for Periyar irrigation work. The agreement signed a lease agreement for 999 years. Later in 1970, Tamil Nadu was also allowed to work in power generation through a second agreement. Let us tell you that Mula Perar is located on the Periyar River in Idukki district in Kerala. It is situated in the Cardamom Hills of the Western Ghats at an altitude of about 881 meters above the sea level. It was constructed between 1887 to 1895 by the British Corps of Royal Engineers led by Penicuik. Its water holding capacity is 152 feet. The purpose of this dam was to divert the water of the Periyar River eastwards to the dry rain shadow areas of Tamil Nadu. The dam is geographically located in Kerala. While it is owned, operated and maintained by the government of Tamil Nadu, Central Water Commission is functioning under the Office of the Ministry of Jal Shakti, Department of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Regeneration, Government of India. It consists of a chairman of the level of ex-officio secretary to the Government of India. Also, its functions are divided into 3 wings. These include Design and Research Wing, River Management Wing and Water Planning and Projects Wing. On December 26, 2023, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the Bal Divas program. This event was held at Bharat Mandapam located in New Delhi. During this, the Prime Minister said in his address that Bal Divas is a symbol of the never say die attitude for the protection of Bharatiyata. He also mentioned the battles of Chamkaur and Sirhind in his statement. He also said that it should be introduced to the younger generation. Let us tell you that this day is celebrated in the memory of the martyrdom of the sons of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. In fact, December 26 is an important day in Indian history that is also celebrated globally. On this day in 1705, the younger sons of Guru Gobind Singh Ji sacrificed their lives to protect the dignity and honor of Sikhism. In this, Sahibzada Baba Zorawar Singh and Sahibzada Baba Fateh Singh were sacrificed at a very young age. It is worth mentioning that in January 2022, the Prime Minister had announced to celebrate December 26 as Bal Divas on the occasion of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji's Prakash Parv. For information, let us note that the Battle of Chamkaur is a historic battle fought between the Sikhs and the Mughals near the Sirsa River in 1704. In this, the Sikh forces were led by Guru Gobind Singh Ji. In this war, Wazir Khan wanted to capture Guru Gobind Singh Ji because Guru Gobind Singh did not accept the suzerainty of the Mughals despite Aurangzeb's million efforts. In the history of Sikhs, this war is known for their valor and their religious faith. Guru Gobind Singh Ji has mentioned this war in his victory letter, Zafarnama. Recently, Vishwa Bharati University has discovered bacteria capable of promoting plant growth. It has been named Pantoea Tagorei. This bacteria has been found in Birbhum district of West Bengal. It is named after Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore. According to researchers, this bacteria has immense potential to revolutionize agricultural practices. If we talk about the bacteria Pantoea Tagorei, it efficiently extracts potassium from the soil, which helps in the growth of plants. Thereby, the bacteria will be helpful in reducing the use of commercial fertilizers. It will help cut the cost of agriculture and boost crop yield. According to experts, it makes potassium and phosphorus soluble in the soil. According to the study, the bacteria has shown immense potential to promote the cultivation of paddy, peas, and chilies. The reason for naming this bacteria after Rabindranath Tagore was attributed to his visionary agricultural activities. Significantly, Tagore has made significant contributions in the field of agriculture. Recently, researchers have discovered a new species, Cyberaceae. The species has been identified in Kannur district of Kerala. It has been named Fimbristylis jaleliana. The new species has been named after Abdul Jalil, a former professor at Sir Syed College, Taliparamba, who made significant contributions to botany and research. The species belong to the family of graminoid monocotyledonous flowering plants obtained from the lateritic hills of Kannur district. This species is usually found in lateritic grasslands at an altitude of 60 meters above the sea level. This species is similar to Dichotoma L. having similarities in lingulate leaves, two stigmas, bisexual, trabeculate nuts. It consists of simple to blended inflorescences with 1 to 10 spikelets. This species is considered to be one of the largest species of the family Fimbristylis saperaceae. Its 320 species are spread across tropical and subtropical regions. In India, this genus is represented by 124 species. Of these, 97 are found in the Western Ghats and the West Coast. Due to mining activities, the habitat of this species is being destroyed, which threatens its existence. At the same time, the lateritic plateau is already under threat due to human activities. For more information, let us tell you that Cyperaceae are a cotyledonous flowering plants which belong to the sedge family. These are grass-like herbaceous plants. These are found in moist areas around the world. This species is spread in almost all continents except Antarctica. However, in the Arctic, temperate and tropical regions, these species are found in large numbers. At the same time, their diversity is much higher in tropical regions. Recently, the Ministry of Earth Sciences has launched India's first winter scientific expedition in the Arctic Research Station Himadri. The station is located in Ny-Ålesund inside the Norwegian archipelago of Svalbard in the Arctic. The expedition involves researchers from the National Center for Polar and Ocean Research, Indian Institute of Technology Mandi, Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology and Raman Research Institute. With this operation, India will join a small group of countries which operate their Arctic research fields during winter. It is noteworthy that the purpose of this expedition is to enable researchers to conduct scientific observations in winter time during polar nights in Arctic. There is no sunlight for about 24 hours and the temperature is below zero. This provides further opportunities for India to expand scientific capabilities in the Earth's polar regions. It will provide information about factors affecting monsoon, weather, and climate in tropical regions. It will also especially help in increasing the understanding of climate change, space weather, sea ice, and ocean circulation dynamics, ecosystem adaptation, etc. According to recent data, the year 2023 was the warmest year. The temperature in the Arctic region has increased by about 4 degrees Celsius on average in the last 100 years. According to the IPCC report, the extent of Arctic sea ice is decreasing at the rate of 13%. Let us tell you that India has been operating a research station named Himadri in the Arctic since 2008. Their scientists conduct research mostly during summers. Its priority research areas include atmospheric, biological, oceanic and space sciences, environmental sciences and cyrosphere, terrestrial ecology and astrophysics. It is noteworthy that India's first station, Dakshin Gangotri in Antarctica, was established in the year 1983, which is no longer operational. But two other stations in India, Maitri and Bharti, are currently operating. Recently, after 42 years, the flying squirrel Naam Dafa has been identified. It has resurfaced in Arunachal Pradesh. Let us tell you that it was last seen in the Namdapha Tiger Reserve in 1981. It is a tree-dwelling nocturnal flying squirrel in Arunachal Pradesh. It is also known as Biswamoyopetrarus biswasi. Along with this, it is also considered one of the 43 known flying species in the world. Based on its discovery in Namdapha National Park, it is named Namdapha. These squirrels are not able to fly like birds or bats, but they move between the trees. Hair tufts are found on its ears, which distinguish it from the red giant flying squirrel, Patorista patorista. However, it is considered to belong to the species of ecosystem of Patorista patorista. This species is found in the catchment area of the Dihing River in northeast India, especially on the western slope of the Patkai range. Their habitat is often on mountain slopes. Being vegetarian, they eat raw fruits, nuts, fungi, flowers. It is listed on the IUCN Red List as critically endangered. At the same time, it is also included in Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Amendment Act 2022. For information, let us know that Namdapha Tiger Reserve is located in Changlang district in Arunachal Pradesh. It is spread over an area of about 1985 square kilometer. It was declared a wildlife sanctuary in the year 1972, whereas it was declared a national park in the year 1983. Along with it was also declared a tiger reserve in the same year. This protected area is located between the Mishmi Hill and the Patkai Hill. It has evergreen, humid, deciduous, subtropical temperate and alpine type of forest. At the same time, species of animals like earthworms, butterflies, moths, amphibians and reptiles are seen in this park. It is noteworthy that this park is named after the Namdapha River, which flows north-south of it. The river originates from the Fabum and merges with the Noah River. Recently, WPSI, that is Wildlife Protection Society of India, has released a report related to tigers. India has lost 204 tigers over the course of the last year. These figures have been compiled from January 1st to December 25th of the year 2023. According to the report, Maharashtra has the highest number of tiger deaths in the list of Indian states, where about 52 tigers have died. After this, 45 deaths have occurred in Madhya Pradesh. Tamil Nadu and Kerala reported 15 deaths each. Reports have cited several reasons for the death of tigers, in which 79 tigers died due to natural causes. In addition, linear infrastructure, roadkill, train or road deaths are also the reason for the death of tigers. Let us tell you that in the India's Tiger Census 2022 report, the number of tigers has been stated at 3,167. The report also shows an increase of 6.7% in the last 4 years. An increase of 200 was recorded in the number of tigers from the year 2018 to 2022. According to the data, the highest number of tigers in the country was recorded in Madhya Pradesh at 785. Significantly, the government started Project Tiger in the year 1973 for the conservation of tigers. The scheme was launched by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. It provides shelter to tigers in the national parks of the country. Let us tell you that the tiger census is done every 4 years in the country. The National Tiger Census is conducted by NTCA, that is National Tiger Conservation Authority, in partnership with the state forest departments, conservation NGOs and the Wildlife Institute of India. Recently, scientists have discovered a unique flower growing in Paris which has been named Parisian pansy. It is being considered as the first evidence of rapid evolution. According to the study, this species produces small flowers and less nectar, due to which pollinators are less attracted to this flower. This information is given on the basis of the resurgent ecology methodology. The research under this method used seeds of Parisian pansy from the 1990s. The study found that the plants were 20 to 30 years older than their contemporary descendants in 2021. The study found that these flowers produced 20% less nectar. Also, these flowers are 10% smaller in size, due to which insects are less attracted to them. This research has revealed that plants are self-pollinating due to the decreasing availability of insects. Parisian pansy is a special variety of flower found in Paris. Its color is purple. This flower is also called field pansy. Its scientific name is Viola arvensis. Self-pollination is a reproduction process in plants. In this process, pollen from the male reproductive organs of the flower fertilize the female reproductive organs of the same flower or another flower of the same plant. This process ensures the plant's ability to reproduce without external pollinators such as insects or wind. Recently, UNODC, that is United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, has released a global study on homicide 2023. The study found that between 2019 and 2021, there was an average of about 440,000 deaths annually due to murder. The year 2021 was extraordinarily devastating with 458,000 murders. COVID-19 is believed to be the main factor for so many murders. This contributed significantly to the economic impact and increase of organized crime, gang-related and socio-political violence. The report examines socio-politically motivated killings along with murders related to criminal activity and interpersonal conflicts such as the deliberate killing of human rights activists, humanitarian workers and journalists. Let us inform you that various factors have been found responsible for global homicide, in which organized crime contributes 22%, which has reached 50% in the US. Also, the US has the highest regional homicide rate. In 2021, there were 15 murders per 100,000 people. At the same time, Africa recorded the highest number of homicides at 176,000 with a homicide rate of 12.7 per 100,000 population. Asia, Europe and Oceania had much lower homicide rates than the global per capita average of 5.8 per 100,000 population in 2021. It is believed that factors such as climate change, demographic shifts, inequality, urbanization, and technological changes are giving rise to homicide in various regions. According to the study, homicide is a bigger crime than armed conflict and terrorism. Homicide is the killing of someone, whereas intentionally or unknowingly lawful or unlawful. Whereas murder is unlawful by a person's prior intentional intent or malice. For information, about 16.8% of the murders reported in India between 2019 and 2021 were related to disputes over access to property, land or water. About 0.5% of the murders recorded during this time were found to be exclusively responsible for water-related conflicts. This highlights the emergence as an important factor in homicides. After the news, now let's take a look at 5 questions related to the bulletin. Questions based on today's bulletin are: first question is, consider the following statements with reference to Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023. 1. This law has been brought in place of Criminal Procedure Code. 2. 21 new offences were added to this law. 3. Terrorism has been defined for the first time in this law. How many of the above statements is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three or none. Next question is, with reference to Pantoea Tagorei, consider the following statements. 1. It is a type of virus. 2. It is named after Rabindranath Tagore. 3. It is helpful in the field of agriculture. How many of the above statements is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three or none. Next question is, with reference to Fimbristylis jaleliana, consider the following statements. 1. It is a species of lizard. 2. It has been discovered in Kerala. 3. This species is found in the lateritic grasslands at an altitude of 60 meters above the sea level. How many of the above statements is or are incorrect? Only one, only two, all three or none. Next question is, with reference to Namdafa squirrel, consider the following statements. 1. It is also known as Biswama Yopetraris biswasi. 2. After 42 years, this species was seen in Arunachal Pradesh. 3. Apart from India, this species is found in Singapore and Sri Lanka. How many of the above statements is or are incorrect? Only one, only two, all three or none. Last question is, consider the following statements related to Parisian pansies. 1. It is a species of flower. 2. This flower is found only in Paris. 3. The scientific name of this flower is Viola arvensis. How many of the above statements is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three or none. India and Russia have announced a new partnership, further strengthening their friendship. Both countries have signed important agreements related to the construction of future power generating units of the Kudankulam nuclear power plant in Tamil Nadu. India's largest Kudankulam nuclear power plant is being built in Tamil Nadu with the technical assistance of Russia. Its construction started in the year 2002. Since 2016, this plant has been steadily operating at its design capacity of 1000 megawatt. The plant is expected to start operating at full capacity by the year 2027. French President Emmanuel Macron will attend India's 75th Republic Day celebrations as the chief guest. This will be the 6th time that a French leader will be the chief guest at India's Republic Day celebrations. Earlier in the year 1976, French Prime Minister Jacques Chirac was the chief guest, who later attended as the French president in the year 1998. Other French leaders honored include Valéry Giscard d'Estaing, Nicolas Sarkozy and Francois Hollande in 1980, 2008 and 2016 respectively. Recently, on the occasion of Good Governance Day, Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh launched the extended version of Mission Karma Yogi, in which blended programs and curated programs were launched on the Karma Yogi platform. Apart from this, e-learning courses related to 12 domain-specific capacity building were also unveiled. The Union Minister also launched a new blended learning program called Vikas, Variable and Immersive Karma Yogi Advanced Support. Recently, the Cabinet has approved the Migration and Mobility Agreement between India and Italy. This agreement will enhance connection between the two countries. It will promote mobility of students, skilled workers, business people and young professionals. Let us tell you that this agreement currently locks in the Italian visa regime, including mechanisms for post-study opportunities, internships, professional training that assure India benefits in existing labor mobility pathways under the Flows Decree. Recently, 2 species of jumping spiders have been discovered in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. This species belongs to the Afraflacilla genus. Among these, Afraflacilla was found in Irinjalaguda and Kuttanad in Kerala and Adavanthurensis in Tamil Nadu. An interesting symbolic characteristic is found in the species. Their abdomens are light brown in color and have strips of white hair on them. Its various known species are found in Asia, Europe, Africa and Australia. Recently, UNESCO has recognized Terminal 2 of Kempegowda International Airport as the most beautiful airport in the world. It also has been awarded the Prix Versailles World Special Award for 2023. Terminal 2 is also known as Terminal in the Garden. It was inaugurated on 11 November in the year 2022. This terminal is built on 4 foundational pillars. These include technological leadership, terminal in the garden, environmental and ecological stewardship, and celebration of Karnataka's rich heritage and culture. Let us tell you that the Prix Versailles Award was started in 2015. It is based on intellectual stability as a cultural driver. It aims to enhance the values of innovation, creativity, reflection of local heritage, eco-efficiency and social interaction. According to a recently released report, the number of tigers in Bihar's Valmiki Tiger Reserve has seen an increase of 75%. This was officially announced by the National Tiger Conservation Authority in July. The reason behind this increase has been attributed to the ban on mining and human intervention in the area. As a result, the number of tigers has increased to 54 this year, whereas 31 tigers were recorded in 2018 and 28 in 2014. Let us tell you that Valmiki Tiger Reserve is located in Champaran district of Bihar. It is spread over an area of 899 square kilometers inside the Valmiki Wildlife Sanctuary. Its border is shared with Nepal and Uttar Pradesh. Recently, Nilgiri Earth Festival 2023 was celebrated. This festival was celebrated in South India from 19 to 23rd December. This year, the festival was based on organic food bajra. The festival highlights the culinary, cultural and ecological aspects of the Nilgiris. Also encourages local foods and ecological sustainability, especially in the context of a changing climate. Nilgiri Earth Festival is known as Nilgiri's Wild Foods Festival. Recently, an increase in the cases of chronic wasting disease was recorded. It is also known as zombie deer disease. It is a nervous system disorder which is caused by abnormal growth of misfolded protein called prion. In fact, the prion makes healthy brain proteins abnormal, causing a variety of symptoms in animals. Its transmission spreads through animal-to-animal contact through contact with contaminated objects or environments. It affects deer and other species of the deer family. There is no treatment or vaccine available for it.